Make no mistake, history is on the side.
U.S. President Barack Obama, July 11, 2009.
Africa doesn't need strong men. It needs strong institutions.
Mr. Obama had a similar message for the African Union in 2015. It was the first ever address by an American president to the continental body.
We all know what the ingredients of real democracy are. They include free and fair elections, but also freedom of speech and the press, freedom of assembly. These rights are universal. They're written into African constitutions.
Despite the overwhelming approval of the American president's message, disputed, less than democratic elections took place most recently in Gabon and earlier this year in Uganda. European Union election observers report both the re-election of President Yoweri Museveni over opposition candidate Kizza Besigye and the vote in Gabon between incumbent President Ali Bongo and opposition candidate Jean Ping were lacking transparency. Edward Coogan is the European Union's chief elections observer in Uganda.
I saw myself the remarkable commitment of Ugandans to participate in the electoral process. Regrettably, the Electoral Commission failed to communicate effectively steps. According to our assessment, the Electoral Commission lacks independence, transparency, and the trust of the stakeholders.
Mariah Gabriel, head of the EU's electoral monitoring team in Gabon, praised the nation's voters.
Je voudrais féliciter les électeurs gabonais.
I would like to congratulate Gabonese voters who expressed their democratic will in a process which was handled with a lack of transparency.
Supporters of both candidates in Gabon are claiming victory and fraud. The Electoral Commission says the incumbent has won in a close election. Jean Ping has called on President Bongo to acknowledge defeat and step down. Meanwhile, in Uganda, despite multiple accusations of voter fraud, ballot box interference, and media censorship, President Museveni remains in power. He has ruled the nation continuously for more than 30 years.
I, Kizza Besigye Chifefe.
On May 11th, Dr. Besigye's Forum for Democratic Change Party declared him president, one day before Museveni took the official presidential oath for the 5th time. Dr. Besigye has opposed and run against President Museveni 4 times, in 2001, 2006, 2011, and again this year.
Any swearing by Mr. Museveni is not a swearing by the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, because he has not won an election.
Besigye has paid a heavy price for his determined opposition. He's been under house arrest, jailed, and beaten several times for what the government calls acts of treason and inciting the public. He was released on bail last month after months of detention following February's election. Dr. Besigye recently traveled to the United Kingdom and is now in the United States, where he is primarily engaging and encouraging the diaspora to continue supporting the struggle for democracy in Uganda.
Africa's democratic progress is also at risk when leaders refuse to step aside when their terms end. Now, but the law is the law. And no one person is above the law, not even the president.
Paul Sisco, VOA News, Washington.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm looking forward to life after being president.